What's going on, people? In this video, I'm going to tell you how to smash the J.P.Morgan HireVue interview questions. All right, one, basic, but you got to do it. Research the company and understand their values. You need to know J.P.Morgan's core values and any principles that they have. The more you know about the company, the easier it becomes to answer the question, why do you want to work at J.P.Morgan? Two, practice your responses. It's important to rehearse your answers and practice them out loud. You might feel silly or it might sound stupid, but practice makes perfect. And when you do it out loud, it actually works and helps you better than doing it in your head. Not only that, this will help you feel more confident and prepared when you sit in front of the screen for that HireVue interview. Do the same for in-person interviews as well, because when you prepare, even out loud in front of a mirror, going into a room with a stranger, you feel more relaxed and you feel more at ease. All right, be mindful of your body language. Now you're probably saying, body language, it's an online interview. Why do I need to care about my body language? Look at me right now, my hands are closed. I don't look really welcoming, right? Small things like that play a big part when the person on the other side sees your body language. So it's important. Basic things to do: sit up straight, make sure you make eye contact with the camera. If you've got notes on your screen, make sure they're in the middle so it doesn't look like you're looking around at the notes. That might help you in the interview. And when appropriate, smile. You don't want to be smiling all the time because it looks a bit weird like this. It's a bit creepy. But when you want, you can smile if you think it's, you know, the right time to do so. Number four, you want to speak clearly and confidently. This is something I struggled with, but now since I speak on camera a lot more, I think I can be a bit more clear. And also when I am making mistakes, for me it's easy. In the edit, it gets cut out, right? But for you, you're not going to have time to do any edits. You're going to be hitting record, hitting play, hitting the interview, and you only get one shot. So make sure, that's why practice is important, but make sure you enunciate, you speak clearly, you get your ideas across in a confident and clear manner. So speak clearly in order to be understood. Also, if you want to come across as a strong candidate, make sure you articulate your responses appropriately. So this goes back to practice and preparation. You should kind of have an idea of what questions might come up and how best to answer them. You should have some answers or responses already mapped out or in your head. You don't want to read them word for word, but you want to have them articulated well enough in your head so that when you answer them, they roll off the tongue easily. That will position you as a stronger candidate. All right, you want to demonstrate your qualifications. You need to specifically highlight the best qualifications that make you the most suitable candidate for the job. So if you're applying to trading or a highly technical role that requires mathematics, then you might want to highlight that you got an A or an A star in maths. If you are applying to a technology role, highlight things that you've built using software, so on and so forth. Be specific when you're promoting your qualifications, because that will help you stand out and position you as a strong candidate for that role specifically. Also, don't just focus on qualifications, focus on experiences as well. If you've got any relevant experiences or any irrelevant experiences that tie in the relevant skills that you need to do the role, that shows that you've paid attention and that you know what you're getting yourself into. If you want to prepare a few questions for the interviewer, just one or two, that's all you need. This will show them that you're prepared and you're serious about the role. If you have no questions, chances are you're not going to get called back for the next round. So have at least one or two questions prepared. Whichever role you're interviewing for, make sure you are prepared for any technical interview questions. The reason in this video I'm not going through every single question that can come up, because there's so many that can come up. There's competency-based questions, technical questions, brain teasers, so on and so forth. So it makes sense to give you this type of advice so that you can go out and do your practice and research separately. Make sure you prepare for technical questions. Technical questions tell interviewers who are the best candidates or who are the candidates that know about the roles that they have applied for. So if you are applying for a asset management or a sales and trading role and you get a technical question specific for those divisions, if you're able to answer them, it helps you stand out. If you can't answer them, it just shows that you haven't put enough time and effort into researching the division that you're going to be applying for. So prepare for technical questions. They're very, very important. It's okay to pause. Don't be afraid to take a second, catch your breath, even 5-10 seconds. Just make sure you come across like you're thinking through the answer in your head and then come out with a good, well-articulated response to the question. It's totally okay to take your time, so don't feel rushed. If anything, keep a glass of water on your desk, and when you need a break, just take a sip, take a long sip, and then answer the question. Buy yourself some time. It's better to take your time and give a good response than to rush and have a very poorly articulated response to a question. Don't negative talk about your previous experiences or previous employers or schools or colleges. Nobody likes individuals who blame others based on their previous experiences. So you don't want to negative talk about anyone or any organization. It just looks bad on you and it makes you seem like a complainer. And it also makes it seem to the interviewer that you can't accept when you're wrong, and so you're going to blame others. No one likes that. You want to be positive. You can talk about, you know, what worked well at other organizations or previous experiences. You can always talk about what didn't work well, and you can say why it didn't work well, but then you need to say, what have you done to improve it, or what did you do to fix that situation? But don't just be negative when talking about your previous employers or colleges, schools, teamwork, group exercises, etc., etc. Don't be afraid to be yourself. I know when you are interviewing for all these, you know, corporate, formal environment organizations, you can kind of feel like you need to pronounce your T's, you need to come across a certain way, you need to pretend to be someone else or be more posh, for lack of a better word. But be yourself. Obviously, don't like be too informal and too relaxed. Don't slouch. Don't like attend an interview like this. Blood. Don't do none of that. You want to present yourself well. You want to be professional. That's very important. You want to be yourself, but you want to be professional. But if you are able to be yourself, you'll be a bit more confident and comfortable, and that's what you want. Also, on the point of being yourself, if you are comfortable being yourself, you're going to be more honest. You will be better received. So for example, when you're answering the questions, people can see if you're lying or if you're genuinely telling the truth, and you seem like a genuine, honest person. And so you don't want to be seen as someone who's lying, making things up. And the easiest way to do that is just be yourself, be honest, and just like, it's just an interview. There's going to be more. It's not the end of the world if it goes badly, and it's not the best thing in the world if it doesn't go badly. It's just an interview. And last but not least, don't be intimidated, especially if you go to like a non-target uni like I did and you get an interview for a big organization. It could be quite intimidating, especially when you think of the other candidates that you're going to be competing with. They might go to better universities, they might have better grades. All of that goes out the window. The minute you get an interview, everyone's grades, what school they go to, their family, upbringing, background, all of that goes out of the window, and it's a level playing field in terms of how you perform in that interview. So don't be intimidated. Honestly, if you prepare well enough, it's a walk in the park. It's easy. You just got to prepare. The more interviews you do, the more you learn from them. And then it's just a numbers game. The more shots you take, the more are likely to go into the back of the net. It's simple as that. So yeah, keep a positive attitude, stay motivated, and also remember, whoever is seeing your video, the interviewer, the employee, whoever it is, they've been in your shoes. They kind of know what you're going through. And so it's okay to come across nervous on camera. That's totally fine. Just make sure you prepare. People like seeing candidates who are well prepared, a bit nervous, but well prepared, and have good, well articulated comments or responses to questions. If you made it to the end of the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new around here, which a lot of you are, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully that was useful. And yeah, thanks for staying to the end. Peace.